So I'm Isabella. Oh, he already said that. So I want to tell you guys a story. When I was in elementary school, I had a science teacher who had a door in the back of her classroom. She would never open it, and my little elementary school mind always wondered what was behind it. An endless supply of science textbooks, a door leading outside, and quite possibly Narnia could be back there. You never know. In the 5th grade, I found out. I remember kids spreading a rumor that police were coming to the school. In science class, the intercom came on, and before you knew it, me and my class of 21 were hurried through the door. And it turns out it wasn't Narnia, it was just a supply closet. And the room wasn't just storage. It was given the responsibility that in case of an active shooter on campus, it would save our lives. A closet that was acting like a bomb shelter. We were all scared. Some of us started laughing nervously, which was met with the teacher shushing us. And after what seemed like an eternity, we heard the police come and make sure our door was locked. This was the first active shooter drill I can remember. This is something I never thought I'd go through again. That is, until I realized this was a part of going to school. Lockdown drills are like substitute teachers. They're frequent and can be expected or spontaneous. And by now we're used to them. However, only one of them can take our lives away. A few days after the Parkland shooting, we had a lockdown drill in first period. 5 girls, including me, piled into the bathroom, while the rest of the class was told to make barricades with the tables. After about 10 minutes in the dark, the teacher opened the door, and we were met with the sight of our classmates, most of whom we'd known for 3 years, cowering behind tables, and their heads were popping up to see us. I felt like throwing up. How could someone hold a weapon up to these innocent children and actually pull the trigger? There have been 31 school shootings in the U.S. since Columbine in 1999. The rate of people killed by guns in the U.S. is 19.5 times higher than any other high-income country in the world. Since the fatal Sandy Hook shooting, 7,000 children have died because of gun violence. We continue to use these instances to blame those with mental health issues, or to only send thoughts and prayers, when what we need is these weapons out of the hands of our potential murderers.
Yes.
As the activist Rowan Blanchard put it, we are dying. Your children are dying. Our friends are dying. Our teachers are dying. Get behind us. Take us to protest. Find out what you can do to help us. We are doing more than any child should have to. Believe in us. Affirm our voices. Recognize that young people have historically been at the front lines of every fight. Being young and processing the news is unfiltered, truthful, and raw. We are angry that we are dying. Please help us. What she said is completely true. We're the mass shooting generation. We've been ready for an attacker since the first day we set foot at school, a place where we should feel our most safe. We're the generation after Columbine. We're the kids who watched Sandy Hook and had our parents crying to our shoulders as they mourned the lost children. We've seen the headlines and heard the news anchors from our beds, wide awake and wondering if we'll be next. However, we're also at our most empowered. As my mother and my teacher, Miss Seeley, has taught me, knowledge is power. And that's something my generation has had the easiest access to. I mean, just look at a young adult section at a bookstore. It's filled with Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, and A Wrinkle in Time. They all show young people being thrown into a dystopian universe, and it's their mission to save it. We've been unconsciously prepared for the circumstances we've been thrust into, and we know better than anyone that it's our job not to screw this up. I want to apologize. I'm sorry to Alyssa Al-Hadef, Scott Beagle, Martin Duke, Nicholas Dworet, Aaron Feist, Jamie Guttenberg, Chris Hickson, Luke Hoyer, Kara Logren, Gina Montallo, Joaquin Oliver, Aliana Petty, Meadow Pollack, Helena Ramsey, Cameron Shentrup, Alex Schrader, and Peter Wang. I'm sorry you beautiful souls had to die for our common sense to awaken. And I hope you know you have not died in vain, and that change is truly upon us. I hope that the politicians here today do not do as their predecessors have done, and entice us with false promises and empty words. I hope that your intentions here are genuine, and that you want to make a difference, and that by being here and listening to all of your words, you are promising to do everything in your power to make sure we don't get shot when we come back from school after spring break. Yes. I want to thank everyone for coming out here today. Thank you all so much. And to everyone marching around the world, thank you for showing your unwavering devotion to giving us the protection the government has outrightly refused us. Thank you for helping us dismantle this system of corruption in which our lives are thrown aside for dollars and cents. As David Hogg said in Washington earlier, today is the beginning of spring, tomorrow is the beginning of democracy.